Now, now is it coming? Somebody has to speak for that.
No, it is completely okay here. Earlier it was, now it is not.
Acha,
Yeah, it's fine now.
very good. Hmm. Hmm. So, what's happening? How is Jyotisha going on for a long time? I was not there. You all enjoyed. I think some recorded videos they played.
So you were there, actually it was all virtually, you were there in videos, audio, recorded videos.
Dinesha taught something? No, why pa? Hey, Dinesh is very good astrologer. Hmm. Dinesh is a IITian. Very intelligent. Hmm. So good. I'm good. You can all see me. I'm quite up and running. Mhm. Let's do Omkar 3 times before we start anything. Let's keep our eyes closed. Hmm. Let's take a normal deep breath in and breathe out. One more joyful deep breath in and breathe out with smile. Now breathe in for Omkara. Going down to lotus feet of Gurudev. And with the guidance and blessings of the Almighty Mother Divine and all the rishis and maharshis who have given us this knowledge, let's start our studies. Yes. Hmm. So I will start with some questions, or if you have anything to ask. I have totally lost a track of what is going on in this batch. Probably the longest break I have got with any batches is in this. So better come into a groove now. Hmm.
Rashis are done, Anna.
Hmm.
Grahas are done, Anna.
Hmm.
Bhavas are not yet done, Anna.
Hmm.
So,
Bhavas are not yet done. Any questions? Anybody? You want to ask something? Last so many classes has happened, or anything you have in mind, you can ask. One primary question nobody is asking, but yeah.
Bhaiya,
Ah,
how grahas influence each other?
how grahas influence each other, like how me and you, we get influenced when we are together or when we are not. Actually, if there are 9 people in a room or different rooms for that matter in a house, how do they interact with each other? Very simple.
I mean, when they are retrograde or like
Ah,
niche or ucha,
see,
that
I am not a person who is going to teach you every step. I'm going to give you this is called, there is a word in English. Um, but I always say you kindle your gray matter. See, grahas are just like human beings on a very large scale, very huge, large scale. These grahas, when they are in a good space, they will be good. If they are in a bad space, they'll be bad. This is a very simple core concept, like how human beings are. Imagine now you are in Pakistan. Do you feel good? Same way, a Graha goes to an enemy's house. That's how you'll feel. You start now correlating to it. Imagine you are in Narendra Modi's house right now. You will feel safe or not? Probably the most safest place right now on this planet is Modi's house. That's how a Raja is. If you are in the company of Surya, that's how it is. A king's presence is always strong, isn't it? In the same way, you have to start now. What and all parameters are there? Now, when do you go and come back? When you forget something, isn't it? Now you're going out. You just went out of the gate. You just remembered you didn't take the key, house key. What do? You go back. You trace the same route back. You do whatever it is to be done and you go back again in the same route. That's it. So any graha which is there in retrograde has to finish some unfinished business. So it will come back. It is on the way back. Generally, every unfinished business is graha's job itself. But here, he's going back in the same path. Retrograde is going back in the same path. They are not going in a different path, isn't it? You're tracing the same path back. But at that same time, you remember every time you have gone back to do something, first thing you was that you are very powerful, means your full attention was doing in that one thing, isn't it? So become very strong at that time because you have to now finish it because something which you didn't. And you are in a hurry. Have you observed? The moment you find that you have not done something, you go back to do that. You don't go back with a relaxed state of mind. You go with a hurry. You are in that state of mind, isn't it? That's what happens with retrograde. Are you able to understand this? Now you do the logic. Kindle your gray matter a little. Just like human beings, what grahas do? Same thing, everything. Apply the same psychology. Are you able to understand this? You know which is the enemy's house or which is that we have not done, we have redone. I don't know. I don't remember now. If we have not done, we are going to do it. Friend's house, enemy's house, all that we'll get to know if you don't know. Then you know what is it about. Are new people, some people who have already studied will ask these questions, but those people who have not, you should tell. If you have not discussed, you say, no, what is this? Enemy, friend and all, I have no idea. You should tell that. Don't be quiet. Biggest problem in
Retrograde also, retrograde also we don't know, Anna. Retrograde
then
is
you
not.
should tell. Otherwise, I'll keep addressing the question. Then you will not know what it is. So, there are many types of motions. Okay, let's take this up. When you move, you can move very fast. You can move slow. As I said, you can trace back your own same route and then go and come back again. So these are all different types of motions which a graha takes. Shigragati, mandagati. Manda means slow. Shigra means fast. Sometimes you move fast. I want to do something. But sometimes you move slow. Even that happens with grahas. And then you have retrograde. Vakri, it is called. Graha is Vakri. Instead of moving forward, it moves backward for some time. Now, you may ask what grahas go? Means I can see, can you see Mars going backward? No, you cannot. That's not how retrograde is understood. For our perception, when we see in the sky, you feel like it is moving. It is basically, if you, now the best example we can give, or every astrologer who have been giving it the teaching is this. If you sit in a bus or a car in a signal, your vehicle doesn't move. The other vehicle next to you starts moving. you start feeling you are going backward. It has happened to you or not? It's just a feeling. Means you feel that you are going backward. You are not going anywhere. You are there. The same thing happens with grahas, which are very closer to our planet. You feel like they are moving backward for some time and then they move forward. So this is called Vakri. And then there is one more very interesting movement called Atichari, the one which is moving too much. Now, for example, Guru is in Atichari movement right now. From past 2-3 years, he's already started. And for next 6-7 years, he'll be like that. So for almost 12 years, he is in Atichari movement. That means he goes forward and comes back. He goes forward and comes back. He goes forward and comes back. Or at least that's what you feel like from seeing from here. And that gives a very different kind of result. The one who is always in a movement, if you ask them what happens, they are in that state altogether, right? Yes or no? That's called Atichari. Hello, switch on videos, all of you. You got the idea? Voice is very low.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Is it low?
Yes.
Okay, let me increase it a little. Give me a second. Is it loud enough now? Did it increase? Yeah. So, like that, there is Atichari movement where it goes forward, it comes back, it goes forward. That's very rare cases. It won't happen so easily. So it is a one in a lot of time it takes to come to that kind of a movement. Guru is going on with that now. So Guru has become a more of a very, holistic and teach kind of a Guru, not anymore soft spoken and Guru kind of becomes, it's not soft anymore. Krura. Actually, Guru is kind of becoming Krura now. He's actually a Saumya Graha. Results will be harsh. You'll not get his support like how, generally he would support. So like this, there are many movements and Vakri is a very important movement, going back, tracing back the same path. And that's what I was talking about. When a Graha is tracing back, he's doing something. It means something which is unfinished business. He's going specifically for that business. So it has to happen in that way itself. It cannot happen in any other way. I keep telling this point A to point B and GPS and all movements. We have spoken a lot, right? In retrograde, what happens? He has to trace back in that way. Means that karma has to translate in that way. You cannot really, choice is very rare. You don't get the choice. Or even though you have a choice, you have to follow the same path. So that's what retrograde generally means. More retrograde grahas, more you have to, some unfinished business, you have more.
So it's like prarabdha. You have
Prarabdha, everything is prarabdha. But this is something which, how you can tell me, what do you say? Now I have followed my path to the shop. I have to follow the same path back. I cannot come from somewhere else. I have to follow the same path if I have to come back. Like if you have to finish your karma with somebody, you have to finish only with them. You cannot, there is no way you can take a detour, and the detour is option doesn't come very easily when it is retrograde.
Is it related to single lifetime or can it be related to the
It's all multiple lifetimes. Nothing
lifetime?
happens in single lifetime.
Okay.
So even pariharas won't work when planets are in retrograde.
No, they do work. See, just because you're following back in the same path doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes it is better. You're clearing the karma in a perfect way, number one. Number two, with pariharas, the intensity will come down. Even though if you're going through it, the intensity of the problem, if it is. And retrograde doesn't mean it's bad. Who said it is bad? It may be very good. You would have done some strong sadhana before you're going back in the same path. Getting all that back and going further. Why not? Quite possible. Next. Next question.
So similarly, what is the meaning of graha being ucha and nich?
Ucha Nicha, we have taken this topic? Not yet, no? No, we have not come to bhavas. When we come to bhavas,
Not yet.
when we are not there yet.
One query.
Yes.
One query, Bhaiya.
Yes.
So I've heard about two sun signs. The one is sun signs and the moon signs.
Yeah.
So I generally heard that India we as a traditional practice follow moon signs, but Western philosophy follows sun signs. Are we following which
No.
sign?
This is not about following signs. This is following the calculation type. Where Surya becomes important and Surya's transit is considered to be Rashis in Western astrology. So that's why where Surya is, you define from there to there is your, Rashi names in English, whatever it is. I don't use those names, so it doesn't come to me immediately. So that is what is defined as Rashi. From this date to this date, he is in this particular Rashi, and that becomes the Rashi. But here we don't do like that. We take Chandra's movement, and that Rashi we take for our, any kind of dharmic work. Like, for example, you go to temple, when you say, what is your Rashi? You say in which Rashi your Chandra is at your natal, when you're born. We don't sell Surya's Rashi. That's it. Apart from that, there is nothing major difference in it.
So both are related to date time only?
Yeah, definitely. Surya is in particular place. He cannot change the time. Just because you're following some particular way, Surya cannot change his place, right?
Right. So Rashi will be common only. That's same.
Rashi is not common. Your Surya's Rashi will be something else. Like if your Surya, like my Surya is a Mithuna Rashi, so it will be in Mithuna itself. But when you translate it to Western, it will be something else. Because they use, that's it. It's just a nomenclature. And Western Rashis are totally different from our Rashis. That's why the definitions are different. How you define it is different. But anyway, see, don't compare with Western because we are not following it. According to Vedic astrology or according to our Jyotishya, Surya will be in one particular Rashi, Chandra will be in particular Rashi. That will be there only. That doesn't change. Your natal chart doesn't change.
Enough. That doesn't change.
So your Chandra's Rashi
so if somebody inquires,
use.
Okay. So somebody inquires my Rashi for any spiritual purpose, I'll look for the Chandra's house.
Any dharmic purpose, you say whatever is, wherever your Chandra is. So what is your, they won't ask what is your Rashi. In Western, what do they call Rashi? Sign. Yeah. So what is your sign? So that is different. So don't compare it with Surya's placement also at times. It's a very weird, I never understood and I don't bother to go through it also too much.
So we'll follow the dates. Dates are all same.
Dates are same. See, we have found a way to translate it to the Julian calendar because unfortunately that's what we have to follow. And all our softwares are also trained for it to be that way. So we are following the same calendar. There's no doubt about it. At that time, on that day, where is Surya and where is Chandra? That's it. But
Okay.
as a profound astrology student, Surya's placement is as much important as Chandra's placement. So we not
Right.
just take only Surya, we take even Chandra.
Right. Fair.
We had one doubt on the way we count the houses. Is it always anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the Lagna, or
Yeah.
is there any condition where it gets
Anti-clockwise, Alavi, clockwise. No, how do you what do you say? From when we see from here, it is how the clock moves is clockwise. Correct. So for that, I think we have to show something. We'll come to that. May
But we haven't
probably
covered yet. We have
we will
not yet
come to
done.
that when we do the bhava. That I will go through it in detail.
Okay.
Bhaiya, what is the meaning of padas in nakshatra?
We have not come to nakshatra at all. So when we divide the whole 360 degrees of our ecliptic plane into 12, it becomes Rashi. If you divide it into 27 parts, it becomes nakshatra. One more way of dividing. It's not exactly dividing ecliptic plane, just for your convenience, I'm telling. So it's a different way how we divide. Irrespective of the tilt of the earth, we make a cylinder out of around the earth and we divide that whole cylinder into 27 parts. That's the actual calculation. But unfortunately, we have lost that whole idea and we just make, ecliptic plane only, we divide it into 27 parts nowadays. So 27 parts you make out of it. And each part, each nakshatra, you again divide it into 4 parts. That becomes padas, nakshatra pada. So 27 into 4 is 108. So there are totally 108 padas. So what you're practically what you're doing is you're dividing the whole 360 degrees into 108 parts. Next.
So in the last session here, we started reading a chart. You gave a virtual chart with certain
Did I? Means that we don't know what is bhava. How did you read a chart? Maybe that old video had something in it. I think we should quickly take up bhava. Dinesha, you have any chart?
No, Bhava not didn't start.
Dinesh?
No, you want
Do
me
you
to share some chart?
have some random chart you share? Just one. I'll just explain bhava quickly. But still, I've not got a question which you should all actually ask. You should be asking right now, but let us see. Let us just quickly go through the bhava. I will go through it again once again. So you have this AS. You just change it to English pa, Sanskrit pa. What, Dinesha? You are still keeping English names?
It is by default going it. It is not saving the.
It's okay. Huh. So if you all see, this is a what you call this is what is a normal South Indian chart. The North Indian charts are very different. South Indian chart. So this, you just focus on this one thing. I don't know, this marker is visible. Let's make it a little thicker. And color also. Okay. So whatever you can see this Rashi, you just focus on this one, box. Don't worry about this Navamsha for now. Okay. So this is your 12 parts. Ecliptic plane is divided into 12 parts. So if you start from here, this is your Mesha. We already know that, no? Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, we have done it, right? All Rashis we have done. So from here you start Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, Karkataka, Simha. After that what? After that Tula?
Kanya,
Oh, okay, is it? Okay, Kanya. Then
Tula,
Tula,
Vrishchika.
Vrishchika, Dhanu, Makra, Kumbha and Meena. Done? So this is a standard in South Indian charts. North Indian chart is a little different way to read it. So we are not going into that for now. South Indian chart, this is how you're going to read. Rashis will never change its position. Now what happens? This is okay. Means this is what each place is. Means this is the site numbers. Let's call it a site number. So this site number will never change. Have you ever seen in your layout site numbers changing? Means in your apartment, the house number, does it change? It doesn't.
No.
That's a standard. So that's how it is. So Mesha will always be this. Mesha cannot be something else. It will always be this in South Indian chart. Now what happens? Everybody's chart, if you remove, means where do you read? How do you read? I'm born in a certain day, then Chandra will always, for 2.5 days, he is in that position, right? Like 2.5 days, he has to be in the same position. Now, whatever chart this is, it's 19th May or today. So, not today. Which is this, pa? Okay, somebody is born at this time, let us
May
say.
19th.
So, Chandra is in Makara. Now, the shortest graha, means the fastest moving graha is Chandra. 2.5 days, he'll stay in this place. So, everybody who are born in these 2.5 days will have the same chart, correct? Oh, so that doesn't make sense. Everybody born in that, Chandra place will have the same kind of result. It cannot be, right? So what happens? Then came the idea that each part of life has to be divided into, the whole life has to be divided into 12 parts. But where to start the numbering? That's when Lagna came in. So this, you see this Lagna? LG is Lagna. Lagna is the point of intersection of your ecliptic plane and your, what you say, and your horizon. So this is your horizon. And let us say your ecliptic plane is coming like this. So this is the center part of the plane. On both sides, you have 8 and 8 degrees, or 9 and 9 degrees. It becomes 18 degrees. So this is the point where it meets horizon. This becomes your Lagna. Now here, for example, Surya is there with Lagna. So what happens when you see this? There will be Surya here. Let us say Surya was not there, Chandra was there. So there will be Chandra here. Nothing is there, no problem, empty. So Lagna for now is in Vrishabha. That means the division is in such a way that this is your Vrishabha. You got the idea? This is your earth. This is the horizon. I hope everybody understands. Horizon, I don't have to explain. So you are standing here. Not bad. So you are standing here. You understood this point?
Yes.
In the east, so this is very important. Lagna represents east. If you see towards the east, wherever Surya is, you draw a line in the center and 9 degrees this side, 9 degrees that side become your ecliptic plane. And on top of it, the intersection of this ecliptic plane with the horizon becomes your Lagna. Clear? Done? So this is what this Lagna is. Lagna was in Mesha. Vrishabha. The time whoever this person is born, he took birth where Lagna was in Vrishabha.
Under that ecliptic plane, I'm not certain.
Hey, you go back and watch the first ecliptic plane video. I have already explained in detail.
Okay.
Bachakra, in detail, it has been explained. You watch that again. You divide.
So horizon is in that location where the person is
Correct.
born, which okay.
See, this is your earth. This is the maximum round I can, draw with this mouse. And then this is your ecliptic plane, an imaginary plane. And this is where your divisions are, like this. 12 divisions. This is what is showing here. You understood? You're seeing from the side. This from side, if we observe, this is how it is. You got the idea?
Yes.
The same thing, if this is the horizon, Earth is like this, and you have the ecliptic plane. This is the highway.
Yes.
Now you're looking towards the east, standing on Earth. That you are not standing on Earth. You took a flight, you went into the space, you saw the Earth from the side. You got the idea?
Yes.
So this Lagna becomes the starting point of your life. Got it?
Yes.
Now you divide this whole ecliptic plane into 12 parts. These 12 parts become the 12 aspects of life. And it's called bhava. First bhava, second bhava, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10, 11, and 12. So there will be 12 bhavas for sure. Correct? So it will be now, you're asking about clockwise, anti-clockwise. What do you call this? This is clockwise or anti-clockwise for you?
Clockwise.
So this is how it is read. Okay. This is how the reading happens. And very, very important, you take Lagna, your count starts from here, this particular, Rashi itself. This one is not this is 2. You got the idea? From Lagna, you have to count Lagna also. There was this story which you used to say, children, counting yourself. You forgot. It should not be like that. You have to count the Lagna Rashi also to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Okay? You got the idea? So each one of these becomes a one particular aspect of life. There are 12 bhavas, and each bhava represents something which we are going to understand in the next class. But you can sometime Dinesh, you stop this, Dinesh. See, sometime you can have an extra class, Dinesh, and teach them how to use the software.
We have not shown how to install the software and anything.
You take one class for people who don't know. You can know how to install a software in your laptop and maybe in your mobile, so that you can have a chart of yours. You can start doing this now. Now you know Lagna, you know bhava. What each bhava is, we'll know later. You know Rashi. So that much you can identify in your chart. It's a good thing. You start reading your own chart. Reading matlab, just identify. Don't really read and take a decision.
So Bhaiya, I am looking at one chart, my daughter's. So this is, I'm not sure. Okay,
I cannot
that's
see.
fine. So in this corner, there is Lagna and there is Mangal, and it's 06. 06 is a Rashi.
No, 06 is not the Rashi. 06 will be your degrees.
Oh.
They'll
So
not
Rashi
mention
is-
the bhava numbers. I don't know. I have not seen. Some softwares may do it. But if you're ascendant, ASC or LG, that's what the word letters they use. ASC means the English word for Lagna.
Okay.
Ascendant
Okay.
or Lagna. So Lagna or ascendant, whatever you call it, wherever it is, that Rashi becomes your first bhava.
But Rashi is not given, I guess, here.
And Rashi is not given. You know that. But Rashi will never change, no?
No,
That's
no.
what I said.
How to, so for example, I know her Rashi is Tula. That I know.
No. That is Chandra's place. That means
Oh,
Chandra will be in Tula.
sorry, it's Bhava's Rashi where the Graha is
No, don't get
position.
confused. What do you want to know? You first tell me. You got confused yourself.
Yes.
So
I'm not sure in this chart.
no, first of all, are you seeing a South Indian chart or a North Indian?
Yes, Yes, it's a South Indian chart.
Okay. Now you see where is Lagna or ascendant.
Yeah, it's
You see wherever,
from
whichever
Lagna,
Rashi.
we can count the.
Don't count anything now.
Okay.
All of you listen. Very simple. All of you, can you draw that chart, whatever you remembered now? Take a paper and just, this is a nice exercise.
Yeah.
All of you, just random, you draw a box. Is there a white paper I can draw? Means I will draw horribly, but why not? New whiteboard. Okay. So, okay, there are some squares here. So we'll draw a square like this. And then we'll draw one more square in the middle. Like this. I have never done this before. Dinesha, we should do this, pa. Make the people only right. Now you start drawing. What do we need now? First, we need Mesha. Let's just draw something here. Means I may be wrong. Oh, sorry, not here. How do I delete this?
There is a eraser.
Anna, do Control Z.
Okay, Control Z is the most easy one. So let's just take a line and then let's just put it from. There's a line? Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is the line. Otherwise, I'll draw very.
Below the shape.
Yeah. So this is the line. And we'll put one more line here. It is supposed to be in the edge. But let it be for now here. Somebody has unmuted yourself. You can just mute yourself. Otherwise, we'll be hearing all your private discussion. Who is drawing? Dinesha is drawing, huh?
No, Anna, I'm drawing.
Acha, okay, draw. Somebody please draw. Thank you. I'll not do anything. I'll just keep quiet. So you draw this. Now we are going to find out. That's it. All of you got this?
Yes.
Wow. Now you tell me, ma, in your daughter's chart,
Yeah.
where do you see ascendant or lagna? In which Rashi you tell me?
So that's what I can't see the Rashi.
You don't have to. We already told you each Rashi what it is. We have gone in detail with respect to Rashi. I told you Rashi we will never change. Now everybody, all of you, tell me where is Mesha? Who can tell?
Top left second.
Top
Left second. Yes.
Okay. So whoever is drawing, please draw the M you click. Text Mesha. Very good. Yeah, 2-3 people are doing. 2-3 people don't do. I think only one person you do. Who was drawing, ma? This whole drawing.
Yes, Anna.
No, who was it? What's your name? Who is?
Ruchira.
Oh, acha, Ruchira is drawing. Please, you draw. Right, whatever. Oh, this is very bad, Mesha. Anyway, so this is Mesha. Okay. So you got this. This will never change. So you don't have to worry about this. From here, it is clockwise. Mesha, Vrishabha. So this will be Vrishabha. This will be Mithuna again. And then Karkataka. And then Simha. I am also horrible at this. And then comes your Kanya. And then Tula, Vrushchika, Dhanu, Makara, too many M's. Kumbha and Meena. I never observed there are so many M's in this.
Yeah, her
Now everybody
mean.
give attention to this. This is very nice. Now she says her lagna is in Meena. So
Yes.
which will be the lagna? This will be the lagna? All of you write Lagna in your chart there. LG you write here. Now, along with Lagna, anybody is there in the chart?
Mangal.
MA you write. Mangala is MA. So this particular girl who is born at certain time has Mangala and Lagna together in Meena Rashi. Understood? Correct? Any doubt? You got the idea?
Yes.
Now after that, where is Surya? You tell me. Which Rashi?
Dhanu.
Now all of you see where is Dhanu? You write in your sheet. Don't see this first. You write in your Rashi, in your sheet first. So it should be here. Surya. SU.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Next, where is Chandra?
Tula.
So Chandra is in Tula here. Sun Chandra. Very good. Next. How old is she, ma?
6 years.
Okay. Next.
Surya, Chandra, Mangal. Buddha is in again Dhanu.
So there is Buddha here only.
Yeah.
So this is Buddha again. Next.
Guru is in Vrishchika.
So Guru is in Vrishchika. Oh. 9th house Guru. Next.
Shukra is in Tula. Yeah, with Chandra.
So Shukra is along with Chandra. Interesting.
I'm curious to know more about her now.
Next.
Shani is with Surya and Buddha again in Dhanu.
Shani is with?
Buddha and Surya.
Oh, Shani is
And
with Surya.
Asta.
Okay. That doesn't matter. Combust. Next.
Yeah. And Shani, Rahu, Ketu, right? Rahu is in Karka. Ketu is in Makara.
Okay. If Rahu is here, how do you write properly with this mouse? Okay.
Yeah.
This is probably the most dirtiest chart I have ever seen in my life. Not the placement of grahas. I mean to say the way we have. Don't worry, your daughter's chart is very good. So all of you got this? Are you all able to write it?
Yes.
So this is how this girl's
What was
chart
the
is.
last one? Ketu? Ketu is it?
Ketu will be opposite, dead opposite to where Rahu is. So if Rahu is in Karka, opposite to that is?
Makara.
So it will be here.
Okay.
You know one thing about, what's the name, Mama? This girl's name?
Rajanandini.
Rajanandini. She is like one Raja only. So here, where is Lagna? Meena. Lagna is here.
Yeah.
This is Lagna.
Yes.
Okay. Now one thing about Rajanandini is, she will be one angry little girl.
Yes, she is.
And if she starts a work, she'll be always stuck with it. Whether she wants to go ahead, she wants to come back, or until she finishes, she can't keep quiet. She'll be always frustrated if it is not happening. And she will express that also.
Yes, very strongly.
One more thing with Rajanandini is, if she doesn't get enough luxury, she will feel sad. You may not know now, but yeah.
Yeah.
She'll have very high definition of what is happiness. And that will also, you may not able to reach, so you may feel bad about it. But will be very, very strong character as she grows up, which is good.
Yeah, she already has her own opinions and choices and everything.
That's what I just said.
If she wants something, she wants it.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Oh God.
She'll be quite attracted to fancy stuff. Her mind will
She
be,
gets,
she'll become very happy if she gets some nice, good looking things.
and she gets detached with it as well. I'm
Yeah,
not sure how it is, but she plays with it and she's like, okay, fine, you give it to somebody. I'm okay with that.
yeah,
She's okay with this, like giving away the stuff as well.
yes. Good. Anyway, we are not going to read the chat because that's not what we are doing. You
I'll
got
book
the
an
idea? No?
appointment.
This is okay. You got the idea?
Yes.
In appointment, I don't really read the chat so much in detail.
I just showed her chart only once, and that too, during Shravana, we host Swamiji and Panditji at our house. So Panditji was here from Varanasi and he was doing all these appointments. And he was like, did you see her chart? I was like, never. Let me just see it. And he was like, it's a very good chart. That's all.
All
She's
chats are
very
good.
young.
There is no bad chat. All chats are good. You have to find the good thing in the chat and you have to just iron out the bad things in the chat. That's
I need to find patience in my chart now.
it. Yeah, I can see that. Mother is quite passionate. So that comes.
Yeah, Shukra is in my Lagna. I don't remember the Rashi, but yeah.
Yeah. Good. I can, with this chat, I can tell about her, about her mother, about her father, about her grandfather, grandmother, her grandchildren,
Wow.
whatever. Everything is possible, but we don't really see, not required.
No, I will book some time for a learning, for a learning
But
purpose.
anyway, so this is the power of Jyotisha. I didn't really see much. 2-3 things and you cannot go wrong. I'm telling you. And if it is a grown-up person, I can exactly say what it is. Because generally what happens for children, up to first 6 years, mother's chart will be very strongly influencing. 6 to 12 years, father's chart will be there's a strong influence. After 12, they'll develop their individuality. Nowadays, it is changing a little more, means their individuality is coming quite fast. But still, it is mother's chart which is working. From 7th onwards, she'll start acting like her father. So she'll not be acting like mother anymore. But after 12, she'll start becoming her own person. You'll start seeing, that's why what happens after 12, generally parents don't relate to their children. They say, whatever we say, they're not agreeing, they are acting as if they want to have their own room, they want to be in their own space. All that they start developing. Because that's when their chart starts actually working. Now they're confused what they are. From 12 to 18 is when they feel they are really confused. Means they are trying to find an identity. Because till then their mother's chart, father's chart was working. They're very strongly influenced by their characters. But now their character is developing. So that's when the challenge comes. So the job of parents after 12 is to make them understand their own chart. What is their characteristics? Up to 6 years, you should show a lot of love. After 6 years, along with love, you should make them understand what is dharma and what is right and what is wrong. Up to 6, you can't really tell. Means they don't really understand that. Once mother charts is crossing and father's chart is coming. Up to 6 years, Chandra is acting a lot, very strong, because Chandra is also represented by mother. From 7 years to 12 years is when your father's chart, that is Surya, becomes strong. Father is represented by Surya also. So Surya is also associated with dharma, not exactly the dharma which we talk about. They learn from father what is dharma, what is right and what is wrong. So at this time, if father is not really teaching them, they will not get to know. So this is where both father and mother, primarily father, take over and they start talking about what is right and what is wrong. That is when they'll understand. And after 12, they'll start bringing all these what they have learned together. See, until 6 years, if you tell them you give this to someone, they'll give. Compassion is a lot, means mother is associated with compassion. For a child, you just teach them 2-3 times, giving is good, you give. They'll give. But after 6 years, they may not follow the same footsteps. It depends on father's child. If father is not so giving, then they will not. Anyway, that's a science on its own. I think we should start that one-day program for all parents. Dinesh, I make a note of all this. This I don't think I have spoken before.
Okay.
Make sure that you remember this. So we will make a small, it's been a long time. I have been thinking of taking a one-day session for children, for parents especially, how to bring their children up. So these are all very good points which we can discuss. Growing up, you can scold her a little, then only she will listen. Mangala is like that. For Mangala, you have to scold a little. They follow orders. But Surya is there, you should never scold them. They'll not follow. My Lagna and Surya are together. You scold me, I'll never do anything. The best way is praise me a lot, automatically things will happen. That's how Surya Lagna works. If you find a person whose Surya is very strong, immediately praise him or her. You see how they will do everything for you. That's the power of Surya. Surya is ego, identity. You praise them, their ego goes, they bloats like this. For any child whose Surya is very strong, you just tell, you are such an intelligent person. How can you do this stupid thing? That's it, over. But for a Mangala person, you say like that, it doesn't really matter much. For Buddha strong person, you should intellectually explain, why it is like this, why it is like this. For Chandra strong, child, you should emotionally blackmail. For Guru strong person, spiritual, guidance, like, telling story of Ramayana, Mahabharata and all will work very nicely. For Shukra strong person, you should give some desire. You show, you will get this nice toy if you do this job, they will do.
Where strong person is, Lagna has the same.
No. It's not only about Lagna.
Right.
It is more to do with Shabbala. We'll go into that. But I'm just telling you, if that person is, driven by these grahas, what happens?
What about Rahu, Bhaiya?
Rahu Ketu are always strong generally. They are always like these people who are always very rare. They'll be stronger than other grahas. But they are quite strong all the time.
So, like, how to handle the kids with strong Rahu?
Strong Rahu person, you should make them do multiple things at a time. And for strong Ketu person, give one thing at a time. Don't make them do multiple things. They cannot do. Rahu people can do 100 things at a time and still be done with it. No problem. How to find Lagna? Lagna, you see the chart, you will know. It is written there clearly. Like how, where is Surya? That is where Lagna, they'll show. It is a calculation. It will be written in your software. For now, that's better to. That's the best way to explain. There is a way to calculate it, by the way. But that's the best way.
There could be a chance that Lagna has independent presence in the house. There is no Graha.
Quite possible.
Quite
possible. See, a Graha's presence or not is only one part of it. There is much bigger part of it. Who owns that place? That is very, very important. It's called Adipati. Anyway, don't go into too many things at a time. Brain will get confused. This is enough today. Too much of information. Too much information, indigestion will happen. So.
And a last question.
Yes, ma'am.
How different will the chart be of a child who is born on the same time in Bangalore and in Chennai? 600 kilometers apart.
There will be a little bit of change, especially the more subtle charts we go, it will change more.
The gross will remain same.
Not necessarily. It depends on what time she's born. He or she is born. Because time, distance and time, they all go hand in hand. If it is in between the Rashis, it's born, then you go to Chennai, it may change a lot. But in between, it's not, it will be different. So it's not that straightforward. The answer is not straightforward. It may change a lot or it may not change too much. But I don't really remember what is the difference of Chennai and Bangalore longitude and latitude. We have to check that.
Bhaiya, one quick.
That is a temporary.
If in a single city there are multiple kids born around on the same time frame,
Correct. Good question.
so their every aspect in the chart will look the same.
Not just that. What about twins? They are born at the same time from the same womb.
Yes, same place.
Hardly few minutes difference.
Right. So
Jyotisha has an answer for all of it.
Bhaiya,
You know, that's why Lagna of Rashi Chakra is one part of it. That's why we use, Parasha Maharshi says there are 4 pillars of, I would have told this in the starting class itself, but again, I'll repeat. There are 4 pillars of reading a chart. One is your Graha. Second one is your Rashi. Third one is Bhava. And fourth one is Varga Chakra or divisional charts. So this 30 degrees is a very large area. There are too many people taking birth at that time. You have to divide it. How many times are you going to divide it? The most individualized chart you can get is of D60. When you divide that 30 degree into 60 parts, imagine that. So when you go to that subtle, what you say, and there also it is one Rashi is 30 degrees in 60, D60. There's always a difference between two people taking birth, irrespective of where and what. For sure it is. And in D60, even 30 seconds change, there will be a different chart altogether. Quite possible. For example, somebody came to me with a chart of a twins. And one is a boy and other is a girl. Apart from this information, they didn't give me anything. Sometimes, Jyotishis, we get Josh and we just start talking. It just happens, means you don't really. That day that happened and I started talking about those two. And apparently whatever I said was absolutely on spot. The girl wants to become a doctor, the boy wants to become an engineer. I was able to tell that in the chart. This girl will be interested in medicine, this boy will be interested in technology. No, similarities between them. 6 minutes difference. Twins. Rare case. So it's quite possible to see two different charts. It's very beautiful to see, to read. Twins charts are generally very fun. A lot of fun to read. You need to have a lot of knowledge to read a twins chart. Especially you should know how to read divisional charts. Then only you can read. Otherwise, it's just the same chart in your Lagna. Then what else?
Bhaiya, we spoke about Tara Graha aligned with Panchandriyas in when we spoke about the Navagraha Stotra. I'm curious to know which Panchandriyas are aligned with which Graha. Those 4.
We'll take it up.
Okay.
I'll go through it again. That's a very nice video, I guess. Navagraha Stotra. That's very powerful. And that's the beauty of knowledge. If you are really ready to accept, the divine will guide you. That Ketu's shloka, Palasha Pushpa Sankasham Taraka Grahamastakam Raudram Raudratmakam Ghoram Tam Ketum Pranamamyam. This, if you go anywhere in Google, you search, you will not get the definition that I've told you. I can, assure you with full confidence, I can tell. I've done all the research. You'll not get this. And every time I take the class, I was not convinced whenever I used to explain this. Who has won over Tara, stars and planets? What nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. He himself is a planet. What will he win more? No, it was not doing right. That was not justice to explain this. I always felt bad whenever I explained this Ketu's shloka, that something is missing in this. In Shumaga, we were having an offline class. And I took this whole Navagraha Stotra and Rahu we completed, and when Ketu came, I said, no, this is not happening. I cannot tell you this. So just give me some time. I said, went off. And this is this works for all of you, by the way. It's not just for me. It's not for boasting. I'm telling you the practicality of using grahas. I just prayed that, Surya, just give me some knowledge about this. I cannot go and talk this nonsense. And I was Googling something, and all of a sudden something else came to my mind, and I just started working on it. The iconography of Ketu. How Ketu is represented in an idol. And when you take that, you see there are 5 hooded snake on top of Ketu's head. You go anywhere, when you go to the deity of Ketu, there are 5 heads on top. That gave me something. Then Taraka Graha, what does it mean? That's when we understood the 5 grahas are different. They are called Tara grahas. Then everything became evident. So that's what it means. Tara grahas. You leave Surya Chandra, rest all the other grahas, leave Rahu Ketu. Tara grahas. Very beautiful. So he has the capacity to make it into his hood, his headgear. And only through Vairagya, you can bend these 5 Indriyas. And you can bend these 5, otherwise you cannot. Anyway, we'll get into that. So, for all of you, I'll give you a shortcut. You want the shortcut? Yes, no. First of all, none of you are switched on video. It's so boring.
Yes,
On top
Anna.
of it, yeah, I want rest doesn't mean I don't want some entertainment. So, any point of time, this is all for, how many of you are software engineers here? There's a lot of them. Yeah. Whenever you get stuck, you're not able to move further. The code, you're not able to find out where is the problem, which line. Some 5,000, 10,000 line code is there. Somebody has done some code sometime. Now you have to sort it out. You're not able to find. Things are not moving further. All you have to do is, there is Buddha shloka in that Navagraha Stotra. You just chant that Buddha shloka, pray to Buddha. Can you please show me a way? And immediately you will get a result. I am not exaggerating. Ask all my students. They will tell you, the one who has done before. And at times when you don't find a way, means nothing is coming into your brain, just go pray to Surya. Tell that first shloka, Japa Kusuma Sankasham Kashapiyam. Full heart. You should full surrender. Then now I have no idea. You please guide me now. All of a sudden you'll get an answer. That is the power of it. One more thing. This happens to a lot of you. You want to buy a dress. You don't know which one to buy. You have 2 saris in front of you. Now you are confused totally. Which one to buy? You have 2 cars. Now you have to select which car to buy. What to do? There is Shukra Shloka. You just pray to Shukra. Anything related to luxury you want to buy, pray to Shukra. Okay, please show me a way which is a good one for me. You'll get very good results. You are in a dilemma of what is right and what is wrong. You're not able to, understand. Then you pray to Guru. You'll get very good results. And those who have problem with driving and then going in the road, you feel afraid, pray to Mangala. Just tell that shloka once and surrender. Or keep repeating that shloka any number of times, no problem. And then you feel very emotional. You're not able to control your emotions, Chandra shloka. Immediately drink a cup of water and start chanting, you will see the difference. Anyway, Done? Chalo.
Anna,
So
one
no,
question you said you were expecting but didn't get. Was it related to effect of Ketu and your accident? Was it something like that?
not about Ketu, but for sure about my accident. Nobody asked the right question.
And
Huh? Nobody has that question in your mind?
were you already knowing about her accident? And it,
An astrologer getting into an accident. Shouldn't you know it?
that was my doubt. That is what I'm asking. And
I know
like,
most of you have
you
it in your
already.
mind. See what happens when you read about future. It's not that simple. Especially your own chart, you'll never go right. One, you can go right also. I knew something is going to happen. I had already told some of my students that, this time something is going to happen. There's a huge event in my life. But I didn't really. One more thing, what you do is, it is like finding a needle in a haystack. Because there's so many events happening, you have to find one event, which is very difficult. It's like predicting future that's a problem. You have to find it's a good lesson for everyone. See, an astrologer with his intuition may tell you something this is going to happen at that time, it may happen. But logically, to get to know that event is going to happen at that time is practically impossible. Because there are too many combinations. Logically, you cannot do it. Intuitively, you can do it. When it comes to yourself, you'll never apply that intuition. You cannot. Because your logic works more than your own intuition about yourself. So you don't really apply it. First thing. Second thing is, you don't start finding every event what is going to happen, what is going to happen. Then that is also one of the reasons which you may not know. But yeah, already I told that this is going to happen. Means some big event is going to happen related to Rahu and Ketu and Shani transit. All this was there, but not this. But more than that, what I want to tell you is, no, this is very important. All of you should have this extreme strong faith in the divine. Whatever is happening for good. No, it's not a simple sentence. It's not so easy. And especially when you're already doing regular sadhana, you're doing your chantings, you have divine with you. You should never doubt, even a iota of doubt should not be there in you. The biggest example is this event. If some prarabdha is supposed to happen, I have told you before also, one event is bound to happen, it will happen. But the intensity of it and the result of it may change to a certain extent. You know, it's quite overwhelming to even explain how the divine took care of me. I'm just sharing this just because it's a lesson for all of us, how much we should have faith. For you all, maybe I would have not shown you this, but I want to show you this not to scare you, but to just show you what is the power of divine.
God, we cannot even recognize that as a vehicle car
That is my car.
crashed.
You know how divine can save you. This event was there in my karma. I cannot avoid this event. But that intense, Shraddha and Bhakti towards Devi, I have an extreme level of faith in Devi. I have a Sri Yantra at home, Meru Sri Yantra, and every day I, do Homa. Every Ashtami I do Chandi Homa. And more than anything or any of that, I have faith that Devi is there behind me all the time. I never got a doubt. And whenever I give you any kind of parihara, I ask Devi, you give parihara for them. I don't do. I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure it is that Devi's energy which saved me. I had Sriyantra at the back seat. I was driving alone from Hyderabad. Just one day before, I did Abhisheka, Panchamrita Abhisheka for Devi in a student's house. And I left. And you can just see it is miracle. There is nothing less than a miracle. I came out of the car and I saw my own car like that after 5 minutes of my accident. In my front dashboard, nothing is left. Means there's nothing. You can see in that phone, there's nothing left. Everything is broken. Destruction. Ketu level destruction everywhere. Only the place which I am sitting, the driver's seat. Generally, driver's seat is not very safe. You have a steering wheel and whatnot. Just my head to my toe, it's like as if there is a cocoon of, there's a womb of protection. I had some glass pieces which was on my head, and then some small glass pieces hit my hand, and very, very minuscule. Nothing. After I hit, I was unconscious maybe for maybe a minute or so. I don't even remember. I just went and hit the back of a truck. I felt sleepy and maybe I was driving 90, 100 or I don't remember now. I just went and hit. And it is like as if there is a kavacha around you. And I walked out as if I walked out of the womb of a mother. Nothing happened. That's the power of divine. This I'm telling you to assure you how much the divine is there to take care of. We are not allowing the divine to do the job. We are using so much of our logic. You define one logic in this accident. Everybody came. They are 15, 20 people. They came. They helped me a lot. I had a lot of luggage. They all shifted it to the cab. They did everything. It's 3 hours. My people couldn't come from Bangalore. It was almost 3 hours from Bangalore. They only took me. Some guy, randomly some person, his name is Khalil or somebody. I don't even remember now. Sorry, I have to call that person. So he just came randomly. He said, sir, I will take you to a police station if you want to do some. Let's go to hospital. I didn't go to hospital because I was okay. But I had to make a small, it's not an FIR, it is some destruction certificate or something. You have to get from police to get the insurance thing done. So I wanted to get it done before I leave that place. So immediately after the accident, somebody came, they just brought an auto, they cut the seat belt and tied it to the car and they put it to the side. I was right in the middle of the Hyderabad highway. They put it to the side. Some random people stopped, they started giving water. Then this fellow, my heart was full listening to his story. He came, he took me to the police station, everything happened. I gave him some money. He said, I don't want, sir. So everybody there was calling me Swami. I don't know what happened to them, but like, Swami, I cannot take from you. But I request you one thing, you bless my daughter. I said, what happened, Pa? Daughter is having psoriasis. He was about to take her to the hospital. He called his wife. You say you take her to the hospital, but I told him, you send your daughter's chart. I will give you some pariharas. Do it. Out of nowhere, he came and he started helping you out. Means I have never seen him before. That is the power of divine. So, you telling your problem to the neighbor, no point. You are a beggar, he is also a beggar, she is also a beggar. Beggar cannot give you anything. Tell it to the divine, you see how things happen. Are you able to understand this? You are one emotional beggar. You are asking one more emotional beggar to share something with you. uh, useless. Have faith on the divine and you see what is happening. I am the example. So the divine can help you. Nobody else can. That's the only reason I showed you this. So remove that photograph from your head, but focus on what I have told. I know that photograph is a little daunting. And drive safe, please. And next time you buy a car, make sure that it is well equipped with safety measures, like, like for example, that whatever that balloon, what you call it, airbags opened, it helped me, it saved me. And also nowadays you have this ADAS and driver assistant system and all in the car. Make sure that all that is there. It's okay if it is 1 or 2 lakhs more. Don't think about all that, because once you are into this, you cannot really. It's a different anyway. So, but all this is secondary. First you have divine with you, then this all will is, divine will use this. And when you do remedies, the divine will find the right way to do it. I was just wondering, I hit some random truck of Tamil Nadu and nothing happened. There is a small dent to the truck. I thought I should buy a truck next. One small dent, nothing has happened to it. But that truck had this bar at the back. So the divine has to get me in the right place in front of the right truck, which if I hit also, it will affect my car, but nothing should happen to me. This is how you can't imagine. Logically, you put it in such, there are so many trucks which doesn't have that safety bar. Then the car will go inside the truck below. Mine is a sedan, it will go inside. But no, there was that bar which saved me. Are you able to understand this? If I would have not done remedies, it would have been a different case altogether. Instead of a truck, one scooter was going, I'll be in jail for next few years. Getting my point? So the divine found the most safest way for me to be alive without having any trouble physically. All I have is that airbag come and hit me like as if some hammer is hit to my chest for some 50 times. It was paining like that. Apart from that, nothing. So everything fell into place in such a way that I am unhurt, but the event happened. I lost the car. 8-10 lakhs gone. But doesn't matter. That is the power of divine. So whichever you follow, doesn't matter. Devi or Krishna or Shiva. But have 100% faith and follow it. And you will see the difference. Faith should be like a child having a faith on mother. 6 months old child or 1 year old child. How much faith they have. Isn't it? It should be like that. Faith is like that. Child knows I am taken care. That's why it keeps doing all nonsense. When I was a baby, I used to go take hairpin and put it inside the, socket and switch it on. So, because we know I'm safe because I'm taken care. I will understand this. So that is the kind of faith one should have. Anyway, so I make fun nowadays. I went in 4 wheel and I brought 1 wheel. That Stepney, I brought it back in the other car. That's quite a achievement you can have. So yeah, this was just to tell you how powerful the divine is. This is not to scare you. This is not to make you feel bad. So drive, no problem. Drive safe. You are taken care. Have that faith with you. Done. So this is not about astrology. We are all mortals. End of the day, how much you are an expert in reading the chart, the astrologers die themselves. All this is, nobody can predict future to an extent where you can exactly write at this time this will happen. So don't depend on astrology for future too much. Depend on the divine. Do your remedies, that will take care of whatever is supposed to happen in future. Then you should always think future will be perfect. You got the point? Anyway, chalo, anything else? Shall we conclude for today? Next class onwards, we'll continue with the syllabus. This is out of syllabus.
Anna, with the current Graha situation, Rahu and Shani together. So this
it's a very difficult
country, yeah, we are also having a war-like situation, right? Though ceasefire, I think it has been.
Now, don't believe in that ceasefire. But I wish, we all hope that more people don't die. End of the day, our only hope is that people don't die, whether they are there, here, or anywhere. It's okay, terrorists die, we don't have a problem. But normal people, dying is not a good thing. They are getting hurt, not a good thing. It's very bad to see. But this combination of Shani, mine accident happened exactly when Shani and Rahu were together in the same place. They were exactly at 2.5, 3 degrees. So it was a bad time. So this whole Shani Rahu's Yuti is not a great combination going on. It will be there like this for another 1 month. After that, Rahu will move off, so Shani will go off. So some relief will happen. So I hope, I pray that it won't escalate anymore. But my Jyotisha senses say it will not stop here. You can have something else, maybe around 13th, 14th, again, something serious is going to happen or something else is going to happen. But yeah, one more round of some serious pounding of Pakistan is left, is what I feel, unfortunately.
How is it for Bharat, our country?
Very good. Very, very good. That whole cycle of bad time for Bharat is over. Now you only see good things happening. There will be some challenges. It's not that, none of the changes can happen without, there is some destruction happening after a new creation has to happen. So there will be some serious steps taken by the, by government. There will be some repercussions. Like we all pay a lot of taxes. We are scolding Nirmala Sitharaman, why so much of tax? Now everybody are ready to pay. Yes, 400 tax extra, you are ready to pay. I'm ready to pay extra, please keep us safe. Imagine you are in that place. There are 400, 500 drones coming and, even see, it doesn't matter if they're carrying 1 kilo, half kilo of, whatever the material they use to, what is it called? Payload, whatever they're carrying, even if it is small amount, it falls on your head, gone. So, and when the swarm of it, 500, 600 of it is coming, it's not a simple task to stop it. What an amazing preparation, a country has done. You can't even imagine if it was not done. So you should always thank the way people have taken care of this. The government has taken care of this. It's not that simple as we speak. And by the way, even some of the biggest nations who have been into this for a long time also, they are appreciating how well it was managed, especially the defense part of it, the aerial defense, what was created. So, by the way, this is all Mangala. For you all Jyotisha heads, Mangala is the one.
Israel has appreciated India that 100% they have been able to stop the drones. Yeah. Anna, can we sometime do chart reading for countries also?
Yes, why not? Once you go through a little further, we'll do a chart reading of Bharat.
Just today morning, I was discussing this with my husband, that how effective our defense system is. And my husband is like, Modi ji, he follows Dharma. He must know about this.
Yeah.
It will happen. He trusts Jyotish and everything. So he must.
The very strong Jyotishis are guiding him. No doubt about that. He won't explicitly say all that. But definitely there's a very strong power of Jyotisha, because you need to find right time to start something and stop something. You can't just start something in a wrong time and expect good results. That's what Jyotisha says. The time of the event is very, very important. Place and time. Even if you have to retaliate, place and time of your choosing. That's what we say, no? Our choosing. But that also has to be well planned. But yeah, we'll take. By the way, Lagna of Bharat's chart is Vrishabha. So for you all, again, Jyotish hats, you can go back and check. So Lagna is
And I
Vishnu.
have a last doubt.
Huh?
I have a doubt. I have a doubt.
Yes, Pa.
This this one we are telling in Jyotisha we can't predict the future. Matlab, we can predict, but it's not already like it's not always like not accurate.
Hmm.
I mean to say ki then like in an individual's life, what is the purpose of learning Jyotisha? Like, I mean, I know the
Knowing,
doubt is silly, but it just
no,
came in my mind.
no, knowing future is not the only thing you do in your life.
Ah,
See, that is a small part of your life. What is going to happen in future? And also, you know that future can change if you do something right now.
yes.
So understanding now is what Jyotisha does. Without
Hmm.
knowing now, how will you do something for future?
Hmm.
So for me, if you ask what is Jyotisha, it is not about knowing future and doing something about it. It is about understanding now and doing something now so that the future is anyway good. I always have, that's why all the people who come to consultation, I never say your future is bad. I say your future is fantastic. The only thing is you have to do some remedies right now.
Even for me also you said the same.
Because it works. There's no other way.
Achha.
Even if you get to know, okay, next year I am going to have a bad accident, what will I do now? You'll stop driving for a year?
No.
I will understand this.
Mm-hmm.
So let us say some 67th year or 68th year, I'll get cancer of intestine. What will I do now? Means, can I do something about it? No, that doesn't work like that. What I should do now? Okay, there is a tendency for wrong results from this graha. Then you do that. Automatically, the graha will give you good results.
No.
Rahu Ketu's combination is not very good for me at this time. Shani coming together with Rahu and my 8th lord and all these combinations are like that. So if I tone down Rahu's energy and Shani's energy, automatically the result will be good. So that's what I was doing all this time. I was doing Devi Sadhana, I was doing Seva. So it brought both of things together and made sure that I'm not having a lot of trouble. Then you're allowing the divine to work. No, the moment you know what is it and you want to do something about it, then you're using your logic.
Yes, yes. And how is sadhana affecting? Like in January, you said me that from March my Sadhasati will start. But in between that, I did AMP, then I did VTP, then I was like continuously
All
doing
this will,
sadhana. No?
all of that will help in balancing the grahas. Any
Achha.
sadhana, satsang, seva, everything will help you in balancing the grahas. So you don't have to worry at all. In a person's chart, can Lagna change? Definitely not. Lagna will never change. If Lagna has to change, you have to change your date of birth. That's it. Time of birth and date of birth, you have to change. Apparently, some Jyotishis do that. They'll give you a new chart if you give them some money. I don't know how does that work, but you cannot change your time of birth. Chalo. Anyway, it's been a long time. Any book you suggest we can read? No, right now I don't suggest any book.